Hell yeah,
I
dog.
can edit everything.
Damn,
But
dog.
yeah.
I thought you've been recording, yo. But yeah, dude, it's crazy, dog. I really like. I'm impressed. Since we didn't catch that on recording, I'm really impressed by like how you fucking just you commit, dog, and then you empty the mag. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really the only way to do it. If you're gonna talk, if you're gonna say it out loud, you might as well fucking commit, dog, because then now you're just talking shit, you know. So that's tight,
Yeah.
dog. That's dope.
And I think I appreciate it. So before we like go through all the questions and stuff, man, so far what I saw from you was just like all of the like you've been consistent. That's why I was like, dude, I actually know somebody that is doing exactly what I appreciate and in creativity. So, and you've been like consistent with your stuff. So that's why I wanted to interview you and just talk
Yeah.
about that. But besides all that, like I've also known you for what, like at least 15 years
Oh,
because I've
dude.
been in the Marine Corps
Yeah.
for 15 years.
Bro,
So that's
we were like neighbors one time. I remember you lived downstairs in that one apartment in Tierra Santa, dude. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? And then we just always somehow would always connect. And then it's like, dude, why? And I was like, dude, you do music too? I was like, shit, that's right, you do. And so that's crazy how music just made sure that we kept like meeting up with each other, dog. It's tight.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And do
It's
you know who
tight.
else lived there? I think the Marine rapper lived there.
No
Did you know him?
way.
Yeah, dude.
No, I never got to know him personally or like or anything
Dude,
like
I
that.
feel
But
like I've
it's
seen that
dope.
dude walk around. Like he lives like around the corner from where I was living.
Crazy. And we was all making music, you
Yeah, dude, I
know.
wish like we like knew each other more, like just fucking
Yeah.
connected more, but that's crazy.
Yeah. Nuts, bro. It's nuts.
How you been though? Like how's the family and all of that? Family, freaking
Good, dude.
situation,
Fuck,
everything.
man. Just fucking blessed, bro, you know? Like I think it's funny. I was like I finally like had a chance to spend some time with family. I said because I just wrapped up like I was like, dude, I need to wrap up this album before the holidays. Like I just and you know how it is, bro. When you get into your grind, like you kind of block everything off, and not like because you want to, dog. Is well, actually, it
Mm-hmm.
is because you want to, but like
Because you
you
have
need
to.
all your energy. Yeah, you have to, like because it takes energy to fucking love people. You know what I'm saying? So you have to like kind of like, all right, for a little bit, I'm gonna stay quiet for a little bit, guys. Look, I'll check in, but hey, y'all, love y'all, da 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 da. But then I'll get to it, and I don't know, man. Like it's just I was talking to them, and there's a lot of shit, a lot of challenges that people went through this past year, and I thought
Mm-hmm.
about it. I was like, dude, that's everything. I was like, man, that's every year. We always go through like a lot of fucking challenges, man. But at the end of the day, man, like I think for my wife and I, dog, like we just really grateful right now. I mean, I did. This is the most grateful I ever like. I'm 41 now. I'm not gonna say her age on air, but you know what I'm saying. I'm 41, and like it's like the more and more like the older I get, it's like there's so much bullshit that didn't matter, and then now you're like, oh fuck, dog, so I'm happy as fuck, dog. To that, like long answer to your question, like I'm happy as fuck right now, dog.
That's good. That's good. You brought up a good topic. It's like because you did say your age. I think that was one of the. It wasn't even one of the questions, but I think in hip hop we kind of like look down on like as you get older. Like not look
Mm,
down, but as a whole, like hip hop kind of like
I feel you.
it's like a young man's game. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think that that mentality is retarded because if you think about it, every other genre's gotten older. And as the people get older in that genre, they're more respected, right? And their music
Mm.
is like when BB King was playing next to who's that white dude? You remember what I'm talking about? They were like sitting and they're just having little solos here and there. John Mayer.
Damn.
John Mayer.
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Have you seen that video before? They're
No,
on
I
stage and then
haven't.
like
I haven't.
BB King is just playing like they're just doing the blues, right? And then like John Mayer's trying to keep up with BB King's like response like within the solo like
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
the guitar and it's in solo, right? So the drums are playing in the background and he's just playing and then John Mayer's like trying to just do his thing and he held his ground, but that was like a perfect display of, you know, older generation and newer generations coming in and I
Yeah.
think it's a good idea like to like
Yeah. That's a
appreciate the young
different
guys that are
mindset.
coming up, and also, you know, respect the dudes that are doing it, and like if they're older, because you have a broader perspective. You've gone through some shit, you know? So, yeah,
You know
man.
what, bro? Yeah, cause like, dude, you're absolutely right. Like, you ever listen to your old shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, bro,
Hmm.
nothing's changed. You've been dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been dope. But then, like, you listen to your old shit, then you listen to your new shit. How much better does your old shit sound, dude? It
It
sounds like
sounds like
ass, bro.
more
It sounds like
pure
straight ass,
to
dude.
me.
Yeah.
Well, like the
So you're
production, I
like,
would say is shitty. The
yeah,
production is shittier,
yeah.
but at least for myself. So honestly, your shit always sounded good, man. Like because you were explain to the viewers actually, what were you doing before you were making Mochi? Like a little bit before that, you were in a band, right? Or you were
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
involved in
Before
music
before
already.
Monchichi Rex, yeah, yeah. Dog. Ever since the Marine Corps, man. Like, I got into making music when I when I fucking had like bought my first laptop and shit. My first Apple laptop. I was like, oh, what? My boy showed me like GarageBand and all that shit. So like I started off like a long time ago, man. And then but
So
after
you
the
were using
Marine Corps,
GarageBand?
I went to school. What happened?
You were using GarageBand as your main DAW when you first started off?
Yeah, when I first started off, yeah, straight up, just GarageBand until I realized, like, I was like, dude, this, like, I could feel it, like, dude, shit's so limited on here compared to like what
Hmm.
I'm listening to, I was like, it's very limited. So then, like, I committed, man. I committed to like, I was like, just like how you do, right? I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna commit. So the only thing I knew at the time was Logic Studio. In Camp Lejeune, man, like, I was lucky that there was actually an audio store off base, and then couple months later, or I think after I got back from my second deployment, I found out they moved like a extension of that store on base at the PX, and I was like, oh shit, dog!
What?
I
I
was
wish they did
yeah, I
that
was pretty
still.
stoked, dog. I was pretty stoked when I seen. I was like, what the fuck? But like, so I used to get like magazines and like I bought my first, like, dude, this shit that I have on my fucking desk right here, my cork pad control, dog. That's the first like actual audio equipment. It's not even audio, it's MIDI, right? Actual
Mhm.
fucking music production equipment that I've ever bought, man. And then I just was like, I'm gonna commit, dog. And then I bought Logic Studio, dog. And I had to go
Was
to
it like
all the way to
200 bucks?
Raleigh, dog. It was 500, yeah. It was like 500 something bucks, and I was like what, I think at the time, what, I think I was only, yeah, I was just a corporal, I think. Still, you don't make that much money as a fucking corporal, dog. A single corporal in the barracks, you don't make that much money,
Yeah.
dog. So, but I was like, dude, I drove all the way to Raleigh, and I fucking went to the Apple store, bought that shit for like fucking more than 500 bucks, dog. So that, the gas,
Uh,
the time, all that, just commit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you just gotta commit. But
Dude, five
yeah,
hundred
dog,
dollars as a Lance Corporal back then? That would be wild. That was a commitment.
dude, yeah, yeah, bro, yeah, dude, it's nuts. But I was like, just doing my own shit. At the schoolhouse, I don't know if you remember this guy, Sergeant Green. Me and him had like a little duo thing, man. We was called Naked Pictures, dog. We was fucking going, like, we thought we were gonna go all the way with that shit, dog, because we actually met some A&R and stuff. I'm not gonna fucking say their names because, like, it was fucking dirty, dog. I was like, damn, dog, this is crazy. It was like, and that's when I had like my first taste of like music business, the music industry, dog. Like, bro, there's sharks out there, bro. That'll, like, they see a young person that has dreams, bro. They'll fucking like ring you out, yo. Like, you'll spend money and you'll be like, what the fuck, bro? I've done a couple of those, even in Hollywood, bro. When I saw the Marine Corps, did all that shit, right? And then I started like, right when I got out the Marine Corps, I started writing my own shit. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my own solo shit, man. So I did like one mixtape, dog. I don't even know if anybody can find it out there still. I uploaded it on Dat Piff long time ago. It's called
Dude,
Pilot.
that pip
But then
that thing was dope.
that was the shit,
That pip
dude.
was dope. Yeah.
But I don't even know where I'm going with
Okay.
this story, dog. It's fucking like trying to tell what
No,
I did before Monchichi
no,
Rex
that's
and
what
shit.
I
But
wanted
then
to
like I
know because it brings it up to like the current situation, you know? So like the
yeah.
growth.
Yeah,
The,
oh, that's right,
yeah.
yeah. No, and then yeah, so I was like making my own solo shit, and then when I got to audio school because I went to the Los Angeles recording school, and I was just like, I I I thought I really really liked audio, but like it was because it was cool. It's brand new. I was like, oh, I can make my song sound good. But along the way, I started I think just being around, like, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what excuse I have for why I started losing some like confidence in me just rapping by myself. I don't know
Mm.
why, dude. And then I always felt like I needed a crutch to, like, if I want to rap, I gotta be doing this kind of thing or that kind of thing. Then I always feel like
Okay.
I needed
Was
a
it like a
crutch. You know what I'm saying?
self-identity
So
thing? Like your
I
identity
think
as a
so.
rapper?
Like,
Okay.
and to be honest with you, is because like I'm not black. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it like hip hop is black, bro. You know what I mean? And then so I always felt like, damn, maybe I don't belong here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't belong here. Maybe I have to like get more into like doing other stuff. Like I was like in that band that I was in, right? The Gak Pack. We was like
Hmm.
reggae pop hip
That's what
hop
it was
type. So
called.
it was like hybrid. It was hybrid, right? It was like it wasn't like hip hop. I could still rap, dude.
Hmm.
You know how much of a crutch I thought. Like I thought just me rapping wasn't enough, bro. Like I know I'm going on a rant right now, but
No, no, no.
I
Keep
thought
going.
me
Keep going.
rapping wasn't enough, right? And like
Okay.
so, what I did was I learned the fucking guitar and I started rapping and playing the guitar just so I could be like, oh no, he's not like just trying to rap. He's like, he can play guitar and rap. And but then like it just, I spent so much energy just trying to cover up what I really want to do. And it was, I
Yeah.
wanted to fucking like, I wanted to write my own songs. I wanted to rap and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but and then shit hit hard, man. After like college, had to find like a job and shit like that, right? And shit was tough, bro. So I was like, well, I have this audio engineering degree, so I can probably do some freelancing. I can work at some studios, did all that shit. I worked at like this like rehearsal slash recording studio in San Diego,
Hmm.
man. Dope ass spot, man. Rock and Roll San Diego. Worked there, but dog, like it's not enough, dog. Like it's expensive to live in San Diego. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like at
Music
that
doesn't
time, I'm
pay.
not
Music
gonna.
music doesn't pay enough. It hasn't.
No, bro, it's crazy because I was just telling my guys at work that shit. I was like, bro, when I got out and it's been a long journey to finally be here today. Like I appreciate all that shit because back then, man, like bro, no way, bro. I should be homeless the way that how much I was getting paid. You know what I mean? Like I should because it's expensive to live there. It's not
Hmm.
the studio's fault or nothing like that, bro. Like music's kind of like changed up a lot too. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people they don't need to record anymore. They're just at home and stuff like that. So with the
Yeah.
with the hours and how much I was getting paid, bro, like I should have been homeless, right? But then like luckily, dude, I had like David Buenaventura, man. Like he's a he's a first sergeant in the Marine Corps right now. But then like you know, luckily I had him as a best friend, dog. Where he was like, "Yo, bro, just come live with me." So my wife and I, well, my future wife at the time, right? I was like, just come live with me, dog. We slept on his like living room floor for a while, bro. And then that's when I took a break from music for a little bit because like, all right, I gotta figure some shit out. So I was like working, I was working gigs here and there, but luckily like living with him
Like
in his
audio,
one
doing
bedroom
audio at
apartment
the
too.
I get.
Yeah, doing audio, bro, just audio. So I got into just doing audio. So we thought like, oh, maybe we could just do that. We could just do audio. And then I started doing those audio engineering gigs. But bro, like I was I was doing all of that, right? It took me a while to realize until I started recording like fuck dude, hip hop artists.
Hmm.
I started recording. So I started off recording like rock bands, bro, like rock, punk rock, all them guys. Cause I was like, yeah, dude, this sounds cooler, man. It's not, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, it's not gonna make me feel bad when I like instead of recording rappers, cause I'm gonna want to produce a rapper too much, or I'm gonna want to fucking rap myself, And I just like, I didn't want to feel bad, cause like it hurts, dog, watching somebody fucking spit it, and then I don't have the balls to do that, at the moment,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But then,
yeah. You have that
but
creative itch, like you're just like you always have to
yeah,
like
I
jump
was like,
into it
shit.
yourself and do it yourself.
Because I'm like, dude, I could do this better. Every
Oh
time
man,
I
nothing's
start,
more painful than recording
dude,
somebody that fucking sucks.
bro, bro, like I'm saying, that's why I realized, bro, especially towards the end of it, when I started recording rappers, I realized I was like, dog, I hate audio engineering, bro. I hate it, bro.
No, that makes
And then
sense,
by the
man. I
time
get
I
it.
figured out that I hated audio engineering, dog, I was like, all right, I gotta fucking find another job to fucking live, man. And so I got into sales. So that's why I took those big breaks, bro. It's crazy because I know this is a crazy, wild zigzag story, but what
No,
you
no,
said
it's good.
earlier, dog, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was just like, you know what, man, this kind of pretty perfect crossroad to talk about this. When you was like, bro, you've been consistent. I was like, yeah, bro, like this year I've been fucking hella consistent, dog. But like there was a time, bro, before Monchichi Rex, right? I stopped for a while. I stopped posting all that shit. Then I started making beats, right? Because I came back in it and I was like, dude, I'm so rusty, dude. I'm just gonna be a
I
producer.
remember. I remember because
You
I've always
remember
kept
that?
tabs
I
on you.
wasn't
Yeah,
rapping. Yeah, dude.
yeah.
I'll just make beats. You guys, dude, thank you, man, for hopping on those beats, man. Like it felt good when I was like, hell yeah, people are writing to my beats, this and that. You know what I'm saying? And then like I got like a really, the job that I'm in right now, that was like COVID when I got back into that, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
job I'm in right now, like, with has like blessed me so much to where I'm able to make time for music too. I'm like my energy's not
Good.
super drained, like because when you work at somewhere you like working at, dog, like you don't
Is
really
that
get
like
drained. You know what I'm saying?
is it can you not maybe not say the company or anything like that, like whatever you feel comfortable. Like what do you do now? Is it sales? Like what arena
Yeah,
are
it sells.
you
It still
employed?
sells.
Oh,
It
cool.
still sells.
Okay.
I'm Yeah. So I manage like an account development team. So I like pretty much
Okay.
like the inside sales team, right? I manage
Got
them.
you.
But
The reason
yeah,
why I
dude, it's
wanted to
like,
ask that question was because like for people that will be watching this, um I want to show that it's okay to have a job while you're still pursuing music, because like we have
oh,
already
bro,
discussed, like you don't make enough money to do this. And that
no,
is really I
no.
want to I want to make it sobering for everybody because nobody can really gauge if they're doing too much, too little, how much employment should I have? Should I pursue a career? Like all of these things, I want to show like now the new era, like it's okay to have a fucking job, right? And to fund
Bro,
your thing.
100%. Dude, you have to. Bro,
Hmm.
that's why I came back with like a vengeance, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I was like, no, I'm going all out. And when I came back in, like I was rusty because all I knew how to do was work. But then at the same time, it's like, bro, it's all at the end of the day, it's all excuses. Whatever the fuck whatever resources you have that you can use to fund your creative madness, bro, you do it. Whatever the fuck,
Hmm.
like how bad you want it. Whether you gotta get
Yeah.
a job, whether you gotta go, whatever the hell you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
to be able to have time or to make time to make music, man. But it's like, yeah, bro, having a job was important for me to have, dude. Like if not, I would stress like, bro, I went without having like an actual job doing this music stuff, and then I started focusing on shit that I didn't want to do because the shit that I wanted to do wasn't gonna make me money.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, when you're like, there's no fucking plan B, fuck that, I'm gonna go head on this shit. Like, dog, yeah, if you can make sure that you keep doing the shit you love and you not gonna sell out and do shit just because of the money. And I did that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking tricking myself into thinking I like fucking mixing, mastering, and all that shit. I'm like, dog, fucking hate that shit, bro. I was
Hmm.
miserable. Dude, I'm not gonna lie though. Going down that road, I know a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've
Yeah,
learned
yeah, yeah.
so
It's like a
much
phase.
to
It's
help.
almost like a
Yeah.
phase. Like when you work for somebody else, like you're recording or doing somebody else's shit. Like you learn how to fix it, polish turds, polish good music, make good
Yeah.
music better. Like it's a phase, but it's always redundant, and that's what I like. Like when it comes to videography and photography, I don't even music production, dude. Like I wouldn't sell a beat if I didn't like the artist, and I'm like, I
Mm.
just won't make the money.
Yeah.
I spent
Yeah.
too much time making this beat and making it sound good for you
Yeah.
to like destroy it with your three-syllable wordplay, the whole, 64 bars.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do that. So when it comes to like the quality of the music and going through that phase of mastering, mixing, do people's shit. Like, I don't think that's sustainable if you have a creative itch in your head. Now, if you're just like some dude that just like, I don't really care about the music, I just want to make money and polish these songs, and there's like no creative desire within that person, then yeah, completely okay. But I think it's very hard if
Yeah.
you're trying to mix music, hearing other people's music, and you also have that creative itch inside of you. It's like, dude, I could be working on my own
Yeah.
shit right now. You know?
And you're right, Doc. And there's nothing worse that could piss a person off than wasting their time. You know? That's why like even like when you're at a job that doesn't fund anything that you love doing at all in life, you hate that job. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's not the work that you hate. You hate the fact that you can't fucking make time for shit that you want to do. That's why you hate
Mm-hmm.
that job. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're absolutely right, dog. You'll just be pissed off because you're just wasting time.
Mm-hmm. And it just becomes dry. It's like I might as well get an actual job and not do this, or like an actual career
Bro,
and not do
yeah.
this, and just make more money.
That's
You know?
exactly what happened. And then you make more money and you find out fuck, there's still something missing, man. And but I don't know if like I know I went dark a lot of times on social media and shit, but then like like when you're not doing the shit that you really want to do, your whole life gets affected, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I got up to like 260 something pounds, like all that shit, bro. I was just like, damn, dude, just like, cause you just like said fuck it. You turned off your light. You know what I'm saying? You just fuck it, dude.
Yeah, that's a
Bro,
dark that's a
that's why
dark
it's so
tunnel to go through.
important. It is. That's why, bro. Watching you, like, with the shit you post, I'm like, damn, dog. Motherfucking Rudy got all the time in the world, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. I'm rooting for you, dog. When you like, it's so crazy how like when I said like you got all the time in the world, like people usually say that as a diss, but then like for me, I'm like, bro, you got all the time in the world. Like you, like I was like, damn, this motherfucker making music, doing videos, fucking taking photos. I'm dude, like your photos and your videos, they're fucking nice, bro. I was like, damn, dude, this motherfucker really go in, dog. He's not just taking photos with his phone and shit. And then like you got time to go surfing, fucking skateboarding, go time, spend time with your wife, your family, your boy. I was just like, dude, you're doing it all. Making beats in the wilderness and shit. I was like, bro, this motherfucker is doing it all, bro. He got all the time. Shout out to you, dog. That's dope.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. Honestly, like I put it aside when I was making the beats. That was towards the end of recruiting because I did that those 3 years. I took down all my music because I knew that I was about to go through a very dark tunnel, which was recruiting. And I know a lot of people aren't going to understand, like viewers, like why is that so hard? You're talking a month straight of 12 to 14 hours, no days off. The only day off is Sundays, but they ship off to boot camp on Sundays, and sometimes they live 3 hours away. So if you have
Mm,
back to back shippers, you're not having a day off. So I didn't have time to do music, but I kept learning. And I think this is great advice. Even if you don't have time to do the things that you love to do, like use the time that like when you're driving to learn shit. Listen to audiobooks, listen to podcasts, listen to YouTube, like whatever your little thing is, like whatever your hobby is, like learn about that shit. So I spent 3 years of learning because I didn't have time to make music. I spent
yeah,
3 years of I used the pulleys of the Future Marines
yeah,
as a subject for me to get better at videography. See what I did? So I didn't have time because I was
yeah,
working,
yeah,
but I was like, oh, you know what? I want a good backdrop. I want so like that's why a lot of my content for the last 3 years have been like motivational marine shit because I
yeah,
was I'm like if I still love videography, I still got to have some sort of fulfillment as I'm doing this. Yes,
yeah,
the fulfillment of helping people is and getting them into the Marine Corps was good, but I still had like a creative fulfillment that I needed to fill. So I use my videography desire to get me better at it using my job, and it kind of all molded together to today. So yeah, man, it's just you gotta like sometimes you're gonna have times in your life where you're not doing what you want to do exactly, but you could start learning about the other thing you needed to do to connect both of them together. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's not a lose lose. It's a
Damn.
win win.
Heck yeah, bro. That's dope. That's man. That's fucking gold right there. What you just said. That's awesome. You don't make
So
excuses.
No,
And
you
you
can't.
didn't
You
you didn't
can't.
waste time. Not even on recruiting. You didn't waste time. You know what I'm saying? Like you was like, nah, I know. And like, bro, I seen that. I used to watch your fucking recruiting videos, bro. And I used to be like, damn, this motherfucker like is like really doing this. And like you was like branding yourself, right, as a fucking Marine as well, a Marine recruiter. And bro, I was just like, dog, this is sick. And those videos look legit, bro. Like quality wise, I was
Thank
like,
you,
damn, dog, the cuts and all that. I was really like, damn, this motherfucker really like doing this. So
bro.
like I said from the beginning of this fucking start, dude, you
Most of
come
that
lit, bro, and
content
you're
too, just so you
badass.
know. Thank you, bro. All of that's like 90% of all of that content that I made was on an iPhone.
Yeah,
Cinematic mode. It was on an iPhone, so I learned like composition through it. I learned like time, like where do I cut off, and then like when
yeah.
fade off to the next scene, like all of those little things was all on an iPhone. And I think one of the most underrated things, and actually this is good. Before I go into that, advice for viewers doing something similar to what you're doing. Like, what advice do you have for people that are, first off, like you've already explained what you're doing. What advice, if anybody's kind of following in those similar footsteps, what would you give them as far as advice?
Wait. Can you say it again? Bro? It got like
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
little.
So you're making music, you're being consistent with with the pictures and that's the reels that you post.
Yeah.
You've already made like two projects, I believe, right? Two projects this year. And those projects are not like 5 song projects. There's a lot of tracks on those projects. So
Yeah.
what advice would you give somebody that is trying to pursue something similar to what you're pursuing when they're like their own videographer, they're their own, producer, mixer, master person, everything, writing? Because I saw that reel, like you're like, yeah, I wake up early, I start writing,
Yeah.
like what advice do you have for those type of people?
It's fucking cliche, dog, but I'm just like, dog, just like no matter where you at, just fucking just start, dog. Like I that like it's so fucking plain, it's so basic, but just start. Like you said, bro, you did those videos on your iPhone, dog. You know how many times like I've like back in the past like was like, no, I can't do this unless I have the right gear for it. You know what I
That
mean?
see,
I've
that's
always said
that's
that,
the
bro.
advice right there, man. That's the advice.
You
Yep.
know, like
Start
yeah,
and use
dude,
what you
you
have.
always yeah, bro. Yeah, exactly, dog. That's it, dog. Just start. Whatever the fuck you have, just be like, all right, this is good enough. Like today, whatever the fuck you have around you, you have everything you need. And then that along with your God-given abilities, dog, like you can make it happen, dog. That's why motherfuckers back in the day didn't need a lighter to make fire, bro. Cuz they had
Mm.
like they literally had everything that they needed in front of them, dog. So just start, bro. Just fucking stop making excuses. Stop looking at everybody else that got better shit, better quality shit. Just start your own shit, dog. Just like how you decided you just wanted to start a fucking podcast, bro. You just used whatever the hell like you had. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
whether you can buy gear or you can't buy gear. Fuck, dude, this game ain't fucking fair, dog. Like some people gotta fucking start off with pots and pans, bro. And you see them making it happen in the streets too. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, man.
My wife, she uses like two main pans and she be making like the food better than restaurants, like high-end restaurants.
Dog.
Organic vegetables, pasture-raised beef, like no seed oils, like all kinds of stuff. And she has like the two main pans. I'm like, dang, it's fascinating.
I
It's
seen
wild.
those pics of the food and stuff, and I'm like, dog, what magazine y'all fucking screenshotted for this shit, dude? You know, like, I was just, bro. But then, like you said, bro, she only got 2 pans, dog, and like, you see all these people like, I want to learn how to cook, then they go buy a fucking $5,000 set with like, you know what I'm saying? Like all these stainless steel shits. They're like, dude, these fucking ninja knives, like, bro. I
Yeah.
guarantee, bro, like you don't need that, you know. And back when I was in middle school, my I took like some drum lessons in middle school. This dude Chuck James, man, I love that guy. Like I hope you're doing good, Mr. James. But he used to come to the ghetto, and he used to like hook us up. Yeah, like kids that wanted like all those guys in band that wanted to like learn like how to be better at drums. Every
Hmm.
Friday would come down and he'd give us $5 lessons, bro.
What's up?
$5. It'll be group lessons, so it's not private lessons, right? It's a group lesson, But for at least shit, dude, I don't know. Time was so slow when you were a kid, dude. But for at least 2 hours, which was a good thing, at least 2 hours, like you get to learn from him, dog. And like he told me before, he was just like, I was like, damn, man. He got on like there was this one drum set in band that this white drum set that was this. We like nobody wants to play that shit. That shit is whack, bro. Right? And
Mm-hmm.
then he goes and plays on it and fucking rips it, dude. Right? Rips it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when the fuck did that drum set sound that good, you know? And then
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
came to me and he went like this. He tapped my back, put the drumsticks in my hand, and he was like, "Dog, you don't." He's like, you don't need to have a fucking like, you don't. It's not the drum set, dog.
Mm.
Like, that's what he
That's
said. It's like it's
bro.
not the
That's
drum
fire.
set, dog. And I was like, and he told, bro, this dude like he changed my work ethic too, bro. He even told me one time I was like slacking off, bro. I was just taking the lessons, like yeah, doing it, and everybody was surpassing me. We were supposed to be done with this one citation. Supposed to be done with
Okay.
it. I remember the name of that fucking score too, bro. It's called Accentuate. That was the name of the
Mm.
and then it was just a 2 page fucking drum fucking recital, right? And then so that should be quick. And I was like lagging. And then one day, one after school, he was like, "Hey, can I talk to you real quick, Roddy?" I was like, "What's up, Mr. James?" He's like, I know you from here, man. I know your mom probably just like everybody else's mom here too, man. And if you're not gonna go all in and you're not gonna do this right, bro, and you're not gonna put in the time, give your mom back this $5. Just save her that money.
Damn.
I'm seventh grade, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like maybe 11, 12 years old, some shit like that. And he tells me that shit, dog. And I'm like,
Just plays the guilt trip on you, right? Like, damn.
dog, I went back home and I was like, all right, we're gonna change up. Bro, I'm maybe 12 years old, bro. I literally told myself I'm gonna change shit up. I promise you, dog. Anybody that knew me around that time, even my teachers. That's why, like, at the end of the year, I got the bigger trophies at the end of the year because that's how much I improved, dog. I was like,
Mm.
I'm gonna switch this shit up, bitch. And then, bro, at recess, lunch recess, everything, bro. I was in the practice room fucking banging away, dog. Like, just fucking ripping it. And,
Nice.
dog, yeah. I,
So
I, I
you do
became
play
one
the
of the
drums.
better fucking drummers. Like, I don't anymore. But I can rip on it if I needed to, dog. But, like, I'm not, like, trust me, dude. I'm nowhere like these fucking drummers. But I can,
No,
I can, I can keep up. I can jam out, you know?
yeah. Well,
But
I
it's
one thing
crazy.
one thing I've always appreciated about your music was just how dope your drums sound. And I'm like, does this dude drum? I've always questioned it. I didn't know that until like you just told me. But I'm like, does
Oh,
this dude
thanks, bro.
know how to play
Appreciate
the
it.
drums? Because like everything sounds proper. Like the swing is proper. Like
Oh,
the
damn.
what you select, the drums that you select, they're always like cohesive with each other and they glue well to each other.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this dude's. I really listen to music. Like I don't know how to just appreciate
That's
music.
sick.
Like you know what I mean? Like just appreciate it. Like just bob your head and like just appreciate it. I'm like, how does that sound? Like oh shit, the structure sounds great. Like stuff like that. Or that snare's
Damn,
too
bro.
wet for
That's
this
sick.
dry ass song. Like you need to dry it up a little bit or make those drums more wet.
Yeah.
Something like that. But what do you use to produce?
Damn, bro. Thank you, bro. That's fucking flattering as fuck, dog. I've never even told myself that before. Like, damn, those drums are. But I guess it's just because, like, when you make music, you're making shit that you like. So you just like
Hmm.
wait till you find the exact sound, and you're like, oh, that's the one I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything that you like. But no, to make my music, bro, what was it like 2021? I think. I gave in. I seen some videos on this Native Instruments machina, and I was like, cause
Okay.
at the time, bro, I overcomplicated shit for my setup, and I was like, when sometimes if you overcomplicate shit, it's just like I had all these patch bays. I'm like, dog, it's taking me at least fucking half an hour just to set up. By that time, you're like, dude, I'm fucking spent. You know, like I needed something quicker. I needed a way to produce quicker and shit like that because and at the time I was just making up excuses for myself, you know, to do the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But to
yeah.
be honest with you, I'm glad that I made up that excuse to go to work, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this and let me see if this shit fucking sparks up my interest again in making music, right? But the native instruments machina, man, like I do all my work on that shit now, man. And then I bounce that out after I'm done building the beat on there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I bounce that out to Logic, and then that's where I record and mix and all that stuff on there. But yeah, just machina.
Okay.
I drag samples from like from Splice on there. If I need to play anything on there, I'll pull up its like instruments that they have
Yeah.
like contact
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Yeah, but
Like just
yeah,
in
that's it,
addition, so
bro.
it's kind of
Simple,
like a hybrid setup, mostly native instrument, Machina, and then drag
dude.
it over
Yeah,
to Logic, and then maybe add some
yeah,
if you
yep.
have to, like some pads or some synths from one of the plugins or
Yeah.
VSTs, one of the VSTs. Okay, that's
And
cool.
to be honest with you too, bro, like beginning of this year, I was like playing a lot of the keys, and then I was like grabbing my guitar and dropping shit
Yeah,
in there
recording
and
it.
stuff like that. But then like later on, towards like half of the year, I was just like, man, fuck that. That's for the birds. So I just, dude, majority of the shit that I make, bro, actually, like it's like samples from Splice, bro. I'll go in there, I'll be like, oh fuck, this is tight, and then I'll chop it up however I need it. You know what I'm talking about? Like you know how Splice is done. So like,
Hmm.
yeah, dog, like, cause what why I got into making beats? Cause of Kanye West, dog, his samples and all that shit. I was like, dude, I'm gonna make beats, bro. Like that's what I want to fucking make beats. So I started off sampling, bro. Me and my wife used to go to Amoeba in Hollywood, and we used to always buy those dollar records at the bottom shelf, bro.
Mm.
Just like random ones. So I can find records to sample. So we would come home, listen to them, like, oh, that one's sick, babe. That one's sick. And then I would have a post-it, put it on thing, like I'm gonna sample these songs, da 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 da. Bro, like I love sampling. So when
So
I
you've
was
already
like,
got
why
through the
you?
motion of that. You got through the motion of like recording things or sampling things from the vinyls and stuff like that. Because
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
people are like, oh, you're not real if you, especially in hip hop. You know, we're the biggest haters of ourselves. Like
yeah. Fuck yeah, we are. Yep.
you know what I mean? Like it's not real if you didn't like layer those drums or you didn't get that vinyl and you didn't record it into like some
Yeah,
old piece of shit thing and then like put it in your song and like, oh, now it's good. But like
yeah.
efficiency,
No,
like we need efficiency around this bitch.
yeah, yeah, dude. You just, bro, like you gotta just pretend every day. Actually, no, not even pretend, dude. It is. We in the streets every day, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like we in the fucking streets right now, dog. And anything can fucking happen and anything can fucking go. So whatever you wanna do, you gotta whatever you do, you gotta leverage anything and everything, dog.
Yeah.
You can't just
Yeah.
be like, oh, I'm gonna play by these rules and da da da. Fuck no, motherfucker. You'll die first.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then so yeah, bro. Like that's really what it is. That's why this whole thing of like you can only do this and only do that, bro. I played that shit for so. Why do you think I learned guitar and playing piano at age 30, dog? Because of that. Like, dude, like me sampling that might take like maybe I gotta learn how to play my own instruments but now it now, bro. Like because I learned all that stuff though, is because or not now I have more respect for like when I do look up a sample, right? I'll be like, let
Hmm.
me get like a trumpet sample. You listen to that shit, you're like, damn, dog, that motherfucker put in work for this. I'm gonna make sure I fuck this beat up, son. So that when that motherfucker hear his sample, he'll be like, damn, I'm glad that that guy used my sample. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how let other people do their jobs, bro. Like this
Yeah.
like God made this guy a trumpet player, bro. He made him a trumpet player. Well, who am I to fucking be like, let me get in your game and learn a trumpet so I can just at least make my
Yeah.
own. I mean, I could, right? But like, I'm gonna let
Yeah.
motherfuckers do their job and delegate now, bro. Like that was, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm gonna start delegating, dog. So JJ
Yeah.
did
You
type
know,
buckle.
splice producers and like any type of format like that or platform that has like samples, like whoever I could only imagine like if you made those samples to upload into Splash, you're like, man, nobody's gonna use this shit. And then you hear it, you're like, oh damn, like that's dope.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
actually used my sample. That's something to
yeah.
appreciate,
Yeah.
you know?
And you know when I look up samples, bro, I don't go by popular. I fucking random shuffle that bitch. I go, "Brrr, let's see what we got." And then again, yeah, I don't, cause like at the end of the day too, like fuck all the popular ones, bro. It's because a lot of people use them.
Yeah.
So I just go like
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Let's go random, dog. Go random. Look for like the so-called unpopular ones, and then you fucking make a banger from that shit. You're like, fuck. Like
Yeah.
how you said, you get that one guy that just like I'm just gonna put it out here and see what happens, and then you get your one play, and you're like, fuck yes. Like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
that's how it like that's what I go
That's
through all
dope.
the time. Where I'm just like, you put your shit out, and then like unexpectedly you see it just get like a fucking like a comment or some shit, right? And you like,
Yeah.
damn. And just from that one fucking person just changed your fucking energy up, dude. And you're like, fuck yeah, let's go. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Just shuffle that
Let,
shit. Don't
let's
be scared.
All right, bro. Let's go from so now we talked about the audio stuff. Let's go about the
Yeah.
visuals because as somebody that loves videography and photography, like I do appreciate your creativity. Like I don't know how you do it, dude. I feel like that's a whole other battle. I'm like, how does this dude have so much brain juice to like produce a whole like two projects and then go from that? I know you're grinding. Like it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, hopefully he stays healthy because that's a lot of work. What do you do, bro? What
Damn.
what goes through your head as you're making these reels and they're like vertical music videos kind of. Was that the
Yeah.
direction you're going?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, bro, cause just how like all the social media stuff is now. So I try to like just, bro. It's because I just record off my iPhone, just like you said, dog.
Dope. Okay.
You know,
So
like
that reel
I
that you sent me, that was
iPhone, everything iPhone,
that's
bro.
dope.
I've
Okay,
yeah,
okay. So your lighting
and
game is on
like
point.
it's starting to, bro. It's funny how you say that the lighting is. So like last week, I'm doing this challenge. One of these Vegas rappers, bro, JT Hernandez. Do you follow him?
No.
Yeah, but he's gonna be moving here to California soon. But then he tagged me on Kato, the producer Kato.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He tagged me on one of on
He
his
challenged
challenge
you?
that he has now. No, yeah, so on Splice, Kato like dropped this like beat pack that's kind of like
Okay.
like 3 6 Mafia type shit,
Okay.
but then he was like, who can make a dope beat with this, and then like he's so pretty much it's like a little contest, and then best,
Yeah.
the one that he thinks is the best gets $1,000, but he was like, oh, but I'm gonna reshare like the ones that I like, and I was just like, and then he sent it to me, and I was just like, I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like it'll just give me another more content. I just have more content
Mm-hmm.
now, right? So I made the beat and all that shit, but my long ass story I told you earlier about me not rapping. I was like, dude, I don't want to not rap anymore. So I'm like, dude, I'm gonna rap to this
Yeah.
track too. So I fucking I wrote my verse and shit like that to the track. I did this in like 2 days, dog. And then like cause
Okay.
last weekend, and then so I made the beat. I wrote my verse, and I had to memorize it, bro. Memorizing is my fucking weakest point, dude. I'm
I
just
know
like,
what you mean,
god
man. I know
damn.
what you mean.
I mean, dude, there's so many times I'm in public and I feel so stupid because I just can't even fucking say my lyrics right, and I gotta do another take, do another take, do another take. So this gonna answer your question earlier, like about like my process and how I think
No,
about
no,
my
no.
videos and stuff.
I could tell. I could tell.
Dude, this gonna really explain it, dog. And then so I did the video for it because I was like, dude, this week's gonna be rough because like I'm taking I took some time off for the holidays, so I have to make sure I clear my desk for work, like because I work a actual job, dog. Like I fucking work, and and I was like, dude, I need to do everything now. So I recorded the video. I was just like, I'm recording in my garage. I have this fucking projector screen. It's white. I can put in the background. So I just, whatever I had, bro, I made it happen, right? But
Yeah.
I had these fucking, I have these lights. So I was like, you know what? Let me just, and it's just a regular Govee light bulb, bro. I just put that on its brightest setting, and I put it on the garage, and I recorded that video, and I'm like, holy fuck, dude, lighting matters. Bro, I was like, what the fuck?
Bro,
Right? But
lighting
then,
is everything, man.
dog,
Lighting is
I was
everything.
like, holy shit. I was like, this makes the iPhone camera look like, I was like, dog, motherfuckers are gonna think I have something else as a camera because of lighting. But anyways, bro, like my whole process, bro, is just trying shit out, dude. Making so many, bro, the mistakes that, so me making mistakes, me having a hard time memorizing my lyrics, making mistakes while I'm recording these things and not being able to fucking like go one whole way through all the time. When I first started recording content, what I did was I was like, you know what? Just fucking run through it. Take as many takes as you can. And then when you edit it, you just fucking, you mix and match, you line up whichever ones look good. And then when I did that, it made that little choppy effect, you know what I'm saying? And then I was just like, oh, that looks pretty cool though. I was like, for now, while I'm learning my lyrics. And then now I'm getting better. I'm getting better at memorizing my lyrics now, at least for the videos and shit. Now I do that on purpose now, where I'm going like, all right, I'm going to take like maybe 5-6 takes so I can like make jumps. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's, but like it all came from me fucking up, dog. Like I learned all that shit. I didn't, bro, this might sound fucked. Like I do look up some shit to get inspired, like or some tutorials and stuff like that for like, hey, what kind of videos, this and that. But for me, I've my whole time, my since I was a kid, dude, I never liked learning the rules first. I never liked reading the manuals. I never liked doing any of that shit. I wanted to get the feel of the game first, bro. And then once I understand the feel of it, then I'll learn the rules later along the way. You know what I mean? But dog, making those mistakes is why like my videos have that like jump style now. And then it's probably gonna change at like the better because I'm gonna get better doing this every day. You know what I'm saying? But bro, the consistency, I was like, you're right, bro. Like, it's just because like I know I don't have much time left. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. That's all it is, bro. I'm like, dog, you gotta make shit happen every day. You don't know. You never know, bro. The best day is today, dog. And so when you told me about this podcast thing, bro, don't get me wrong. I'm not fully healed, bro. The old me was like, I don't know, bro. Do you really want to talk about it? You fucking... And then I was just like, yeah, you do. You want to catch up with your old friend, dog. You know what I'm saying? And then chop it up and learn from one another, bro. Like when you... Like I'm still thinking about... It's still wrapping around my head when you were talking about how you were doing recruiting and you knew that you still had to have your creative outlet. So he's like, I'm going to learn how to make videos then because I got to brand myself anyways. And I'm like, if everybody looked at the world like that, bro, a lot more people would smile back at you at the stores. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think it's so important, bro, that's why when you said that you want to do this to help other creators and shit like that, I was like, fuck yeah, bro, this is awesome. Because there's a lot of times I need to hear something. You know what I mean? Like, so many times I need to hear something so I can be like, and shit.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted, because I need to hear, like, we all need to hear, like, something, to help us get through, like, the hard patches or because I would say, like, we're pretty fucking resilient people, like, just because of what we do, what we did, stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of people lack structure, right? And if we can just provide them some sort of structure to their thoughts or to their goals, I think that we're doing the good thing. We're fighting the good fight as far as helping out these creators because we know like it's hard to monetize or make money from being a creator of any sort, producer, photographer, videographer, whatever it is, podcaster, So my goal was really, yes, it's a podcast, but that wasn't the primary goal. The goal was just to help people out and like tell them what I feel that I needed to hear when I was in those shoes, trying to be a creator and stuff like that. So all of like when you're talking about the gear that you use, now we know that you use the iPhone like for that, and then it's the Govee light that like made that content so good, so like such a professional level. Like all of these things, they're answering questions to what these younger younger male and female creators have, like you might have answered some questions.
Dude, that reel I sent you, because you're talking about the Govee lights, like that reel that I sent you though, I was out of town for work. So I was staying at a hotel. right? It was for like our big event, our symposium event. So that day, I had to go, myself and my team. We were part of the setup crew too, right? To set up the event. So we were there all day, and then we had a mixer, a partner mixer that night. So I was like, you know what, guys, go back, freshen up, come back down here, have some cocktails, chop it up with the partners because it's their night, bro. Because they help us sponsor like this event. So we went down there for a couple hours again to do that. I got back to my hotel room, bro, right? And it's late already, dog. And I have to be up like 4 in the morning. So I'm like, damn, I only have like maybe 4 hours or 5 hours left to sleep for sleep. And I was like, I almost went to sleep, dog. Then I said, but I brought like my handheld shit and all that, and I was like, you know what, dog? No, you gotta just record the video, bro. You don't gotta edit it. You gotta do something though.
Just get
You
the
can't
content
leave
right now.
today empty-handed. Yeah, you can't. Like, there's no perfect time, bro. Just do it right now. I did that, bro. I post that shit. That was like that shit hit good. I was like, whoa, and bro, I almost didn't do it. And that's like one of my better posts. I was like, holy fuck, dude, crazy. I was like, and I
Bro,
almost didn't do it, bro. I was
everything
burnt
lined up
that
with that
day, and I was
video.
like, you know what? Let me do it. Huh?
Everything lined up. The beat,
Yeah,
because it has a serious tone
it's
to it,
crazy.
but then the quality is there too. And then like how you like cropped in a little more, like in certain areas, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was fire, man. That was fire.
Thank you,
I think
bro.
that right there, that story right there, kind of that's a sobering moment. It lets people know like if you don't, sometimes you're not gonna feel like you want to make the content, but just do it.
Yeah,
Just do
just
it.
do it, dog. And that's the best one. I was super tired, so the way I was moving and all that, my face, I was just like, see, like you can't prep those things, man. Like you just gotta do them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro. Like how many times you wake up, like I know you do, bro. Wake up early ass in the morning and you're like, fuck, why can't I go back to sleep? And you shit starts running through your head, and then you just tell yourself, dude, I can't go back to sleep anyways, dude. Fuck it, just get started then. Just whatever the fuck you was thinking about, go make that shit happen right now, dog, so that you can stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
do
bro,
get those
like that's
thoughts.
really what it was. I was like, bro, you think you can go to sleep right now if you know that you didn't do anything? And I just after a full day of work, dog, a whole day of work, right? And I'm like, you think you'll be able to go to sleep? He's like, fuck no, you're not gonna be able to go to sleep, dog. So get it done, and then we can go to sleep. I'm like, yeah, that's it, dog. I was just like, fuck. But yeah, dude, that's all. That's how nuts we have to be, right? For this shit, to where you like, no matter what, dog, you like, nah, I'm gonna get mine, dog. I'm gonna get mine. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's facts, bro. That's I'll say it's like the last question, man, that I have for you. Because a lot of people don't notice. You were my sergeant at one point, right? Um, going way back, comm school, communication school, if you don't know what that is. Um, you were the first NCO that I actually looked up to because you were cool. You made music, and I'm like, man, like this dude makes music, like hip hop, and you appreciated when I said I use Reason, like a cracked code of Reason. That was
yeah,
my first
yeah,
thing. That it was like Reason 4 or something, Reason 3, and I bought my first laptop because I had a desktop before I joined the Marine Corps, and it was shitty, and I just couldn't get Reason to work. Like he put 4 tracks, and now it's lagging, and I'm like, man. 29 palms, bought my HP with the i7 processor and
yeah,
with the same reason, and it was working just fine. So like for people, the reason why I preface this question like this is for people that need some sort of guidance or leadership advice when you're in the creative space. Is there any like leadership advice that you would give them? An example that I would say is always try to be professional when you're when you make an EPK, electronic press kit.
mm,
That would be something that I always like reference just so
yeah,
people know who you are. If you have to send it out, you just have it like on your in your phone, or something like that. Always be professional and
yeah,
don't treat it like it's a playground all the time when you're trying to actually be objective towards something. Like I want to get on a podcast or I want to shoot a music video. Don't come high, don't come drunk, be sober. If you're really like like a job interview. Like you want to be professional. I'm not saying like live like that all the time if that's not what you want to do, but just be professional and be respectful. Stuff something like that, you know? Like what would you tell like the 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old that's like trying to take this serious and need some sort of guidance?
Damn, dog. That's a knuckleball you just threw at me, dog.
Bro, there's a lot of depth in it, but at the same time, I think like it could be like 18 to 26 years old, at 30,
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah, yeah.
even for us, like just leadership advice in general, because you are invested,
And
you have years doing this, and you do have a lot of convictions to tell people that they need to hear.
I think the reason why like I'm like really think is I'm like, okay, the leadership advice that I give myself now is way different than what I would give myself when I first started. You know what I mean, bro? It's
Yeah.
just way different. So when you're talking about these 18 to 26-year-olds, like no matter what, my biggest leadership advice is I would have to go back to like, it's like fucking, like you have to do this anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to do it anyway. Like there's nothing else better for you to do. It's like when we joined the Marine Corps, bro. When you like for you, man, this is actually perfect, bro, because you're a recruiter. I have a cousin that's in boot camp right now, dog. And yesterday I thought about him, and I was like, "Oh man, the first 2 weeks is rough." He literally like yesterday or Friday I should say was his first full week with his drill instructors. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Because he went to boot camp 2 weeks ago. And then I remember I was seeing on my phone the whole time. I've been seeing this weird number sending me this link, and I'm not like I don't like clicking on those links. I'm like, nah, dog, fuck no, there's a
Sandbox.
hacker. It's Sandbox, dog. So I took the time to read it, to kind of look it up. I was like, all right, it's legit. So I clicked on
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, I thought about him. I was like, let me send him a letter, dog. And then so I sent him a letter, and I'm gonna share it. I was like, hey, bro, stop being a bitch. There's nothing else better for you to do right now, man. There's nothing else better for you. And then I was like, I'll see you on the parade deck on graduation day. I love you, man. That's it. I like, and that's all it is, man. Like, bro, you have to do it anyway. There's nothing better. Bro, you know this, bro. This podcast, there's nothing better for us to do today than this podcast, bro. That's why it happened. You know what I'm saying? So you have to do it
Agreed,
anyway.
agreed.
So just like to kind of go back to what I said before, like but like now kind of tying it into it, like leadership, like
Mm-hmm.
dog, you got like fuck what everybody else is telling you how to adjust your days and this and that. You know what you need to do in order for you to go to sleep at night. Like you know exactly what you need to do. So just try to check as many boxes as you can every day. That's it, dog. That's it. That's it, bro. See how many boxes you can check every day, dog. If you can check at least one, you'll be all right, dog. You know what I'm
All right,
saying?
all
But
right. That's good.
I
That's
think
good. And I like the
I think
don't be
that's
a
mine,
bitch
bro.
part because they do
Yeah,
need to
don't
they
be.
need to hear that. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, dog. With everything, right? Like this podcast too. You setting it up, having to figure out everything. Like that was gonna be some work into it, and you're like, don't be a
Mm-hmm.
bitch, Rudy. Make it happen, dog. Like, yeah,
Facts,
bro.
bro.
Thank you, dog.
Facts. All right, man. That concludes everything. So I truly appreciate you
Fuck
being
yeah.
my first I want to say creator, artist, friend, brother. You're like everything. So um
Yeah, bro.
hopefully
We
we
are,
do
dude.
we do
We
this again,
everything,
man. Like
dog.
you could be like the producer too, like as in because I could send the link on Riverside, the
Yeah.
producer,
Dude,
bro.
no, we should catch up like and do this shit and bro, I'm down, bro. If you want to use this for content, whatever, I'm all about it, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna
I
send you. I'm gonna send you the
hate not
files.
sharing light. Hell
I'm
yeah,
gonna
bro.
send you the
Fucking
files too. So
yeah.
boom, we'll have it.
And then dude, you if like whenever you post it, just add me as a collaborator, bro. We'll both fucking share that shit, dog. Like we
Heck
need
yeah.
to do more of this. Matter of fact, like not even just this, bro. Like music wise too, we need to get on some shit together soon again. I know you settling in Hawaii, dog, but and settling in Hawaii is fucking nice, dog. You fucker, it's just awesome, dog. I'm
Bro,
happy.
let me
I'm
show
really
you.
happy
Like,
for you and your wife, dude. Oh my
so my
god, I know
studio's
you.
right here.
I my god, bro.
So I'm like sweating in here. Like the studio, that's the one. Like I'm not gonna complain. 'Cause fuck that. I'm happy. I'm appreciative, but I sweat in here because there's no AC. So like my light went
Yeah,
out, like the light back there went out during this, but I don't give a. We started. We're doing this shit
dog.
right now. You know what I mean?
Bro, you could have done this shit outside with the beach behind you, bro. You know what I mean? Like on the nice
That's
days
next.
like that, bro.
I thought about that, but I didn't know like that's gonna be my next one. So we can catch up. We'll
Yeah,
catch up
dude.
again, and
Yeah,
we'll
bro.
do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And actually, let's bring in, if you want, let's bring an other guest on, right? And
Let's get
let's
Vert,
just
dude. Let's get Vert the wordsmith, dog. I'm
yeah,
down to
Vert.
chop it up
We'll
with
do
him,
Vert.
dog.
Do Vert
Yeah.
next. Just stuff like that. Like saying podcast is so basic to me. I want to just make people communicate more amongst each other, help each other out, and then provide value to people that need to hear it. You know what I mean?
I love this, bro. Thank you for putting this shit together, bro. We need this. We need shit like this for us to stay
Yeah,
connected too,
bro.
bro, and to learn from you. Like you said, bro, this is my favorite way of learning, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like doing the YouTube searches and audio, like it's cool, but like if I get to chop it up with you and fucking steal something from you today, bro, this is the best way, bro, to steal shit, dog. And this is
Same, bro.
dope, bro.
Like,
Like, bro, you fucking you taught me a lot today, dog. Just you doing this shit. I was like, damn, bro, this is fire, dog. You're sick, dude. I
thank you,
hope, I
brother.
know
You
you
are
know
too.
that, but I hope you know that. I appreciate you, dog.
Thank you,
And
man. Thank you.
congrats with everything, bro. And your boy, he's a Marine too now, dog. What? That's fucking nuts,
Yeah,
dog.
bro.
Like,
Out here
bro,
surfing,
you
that dude's
God's
he has like
favorite.
6 boards. Nah, I'm
I was
not.
like, yeah, dude. Damn,
But
bro. Dog, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. Dude, so dope. How many more
speaking
years
of
you got
God, like,
left?
I got 4.5 more. And I'm not trying to, I'm trying to do this, bro. When I retire, I'm just trying to chill, be nonchalant, teach some leadership. Like my next video after this one, I already have a 5 paragraph order that people, viewers aren't going to know what that is. It's how the Marine Corps wins battles when it comes to like platoon level, squad level, company level stuff. And I'm turning it into something for creators. Like, how do you do a 5 paragraph order for a creator? You know, it's vague
Bro, I
enough to it. You
believe
don't
you,
have to be a
dog.
rapper, but I already have it, and I just need like 3 or 4 more slides for execution, admin, logistics. Everything else is done. I just need the Marine
That's
example
fucking
because
nuts.
I already set it for the creator example. So I gotta like just create those few slides. I'm gonna send it to you just so you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty dope.
Dog, you're a badass, bro. That's fucking. I believe you, dog. I really, really fucking believe you, dude. Like this is gonna happen. I'm like this motherfucker. That's tight, dude. Fuck yeah. Dude. We need this. We do, bro. And I'm glad you did this
Thank you,
because
bro.
bro, every day I've been always wanting something like this to be able to chop it up with like other creators all the time. But like, I just never made the move. And I'm glad there's people brave enough like you to fucking make a jump and commit and then get us to be a part of it because I've always wanted to be part of something like this, dog. So thank you, bro. Thank you for even thinking of reaching out to me first, dog. Like, that's fucking dope. I'm the first one, motherfuckers.
Yep, you are, bro.
Yeah, dog.
I'm
Hell
also
yeah,
gonna talk
man.
to you. Got to follow one of my homies. He's also a vet, underground hip hop blog. Victor. He's a
I
corpsman.
think I follow him. I
Oh,
think I
okay,
already
cool. Yeah,
follow him.
but follow his platform.
Let me double check. Hold on.
Okay,
Underground,
UGHH. Just look that up.
underground hip hop blog. Oh shit, I'm not following him. Underground hip hop blog, right? Oh damn, that's
Yeah.
tight, bro. Damn, bro. Everybody I know follows. I'm the only one. What the fuck? Is there any other one? What about .com? Is that the same one?
Undergroundhiphopblog.com. That's him.
Okay, it's blog.com. Okay,
It's
gotcha. Yeah,
black and
I'm
white.
on him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's his
followed.
platform.
Hell yeah.
That dude's like a brother to me. He's a Ramadi vet, and he loves underground hip hop. So it's like one day I'm gonna get him on. I'm gonna get him on too and just talk to him
Yeah,
about shit
dog.
because he has a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
You know,
dog.
I like
Man, I'd love to
he's
chop it up with
legit.
him too, dog.
Okay,
You should do
I'll
a
let
big
him know,
party.
and
You're
then
like, dude, you're like our Joe Rogan, dude. You're just starting it off for us, bro. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, dog.
something like that. All
Bro,
right,
you
bro.
could.
Well,
My
shit.
God, dog. This is sick.
And if you have any other ideas of anybody that would just want to chop it up, talk, needs to learn something, or we can learn from them, of course. Like, let's
Yeah.
let's put them on.
Hell yeah, bro. I got you, doggy. I appreciate you, bro. Mucho
All
love,
right,
guys.
appreciate you, brother. You take care.
All right, brother.